Hi there, welcome to the Tour Guide's Travel Guide Talking Head series. My name is Rich Jones and I am a professional tour guide. You can totally trust me. Today is the 12th of September 2015 and it's a huge day in the calendar up here in this quiet corner of northeast Pennsylvania. And the reason being, this engineering marvel, this classic example of a deck arch bridge, the Tunkhannock Viaduct, celebrating its centenary. Yep, 100 years old this very weekend. She's named from the Tunkhannock Creek that flows underneath her, about 10 miles downstream to the historic town of Tunkhannock. Incidentally, that's where I live. She's also known as the Nicholson Bridge, and the reason being, just on the other side there is the town of Nicholson, where this weekend these celebrations, festivities and parades will be going on commemorating this landmark. Now, how she came about, we've got to go back to 1912. The then owners of the rail line, the Delaware, Lackawanna and Western Railroad, who ran the line between the great coal mining town of Scranton, Pennsylvania, about 20 miles southeast of us here, the 40-mile stretch up to New York State and the town of Binghamton, decided they wanted to make the line considerably more efficient, and particularly in this area around us here, it's known as the Endless Mountains, notoriously steep and twisting track. So they called in the renowned designer and his engineer team, Abraham Cohen, to have a look at this situation. He decided that if he could build a bridge right across this valley here, he could shave out about 3.5 miles of the original journey, saving in the long term millions of dollars, but also saving time as well. For example, 20 minutes off the average passenger journey, but more importantly, over an hour on a freight journey. Work started in 1912 and was completed in 1915 at a cost of $1.75 million, which I think translates to a shade over 40 million US dollars in today's money. But here's the thing, in 1915 on completion, this was the largest concrete structure in the world, right here in northeast Pennsylvania. At the time, also considered the 9th wonder of the world. Now, for those of you like your statistics, the bridge is 2,375 feet in length. She's 240 feet in height and she's 34 feet across, allowing 2 tracks. She was stress tested to 6,000 pounds per square foot, which allowed 2 fully loaded freight trains to pass across the bridge simultaneously, which is a good thing. She's made up of 350,000 tons of concrete, over 1,100 tons of reinforced steel. Now, we look at the pillars. These are known as piers, and number 5 and number 6, when they were digging down, they came across a huge amount of quicksand. To get over that problem, Cohen sank down 2 huge caissons. Now, I'm no engineer, but apparently a caisson is a steel device that goes down, it's open at the bottom and forces the water out using air pressure, allowing the construction workers to actually get inside it and work from underneath. A remarkable feat of engineering, and quite rightly so. The Tunkhannock Viaduct is now registered on the National Register of Historic Places, and quite right too. Also on completion, the rich and famous came down here to have a look at this wonder. Thomas Edison, he of the light bulb, came down and he said, yeah, that's a nice looking bridge, all right. Henry Ford in the Model Ts came down and he said, yeah, like that a lot. The 26th President of the United States of America, Teddy Roosevelt, came down and he said, I like it. In fact, King Gustav of Sweden was so impressed. He came down, he took one look at it, he said, I love it, I want one. Rushed straight back to Sweden, started building bridges everywhere, even if they didn't actually need one. And of course, the great travel writer Theodore Drive, and a big hero of mine, came down here and he said, oh, it's a lovely looking bridge, that. No, actually what he did say, and I quote, to write this down, a thing colossal and impressive. Those arches, how beautiful they were, how symmetrically planned. Wise words indeed. Now, here's the important bit. Today, the Tunkhannock Viaduct is owned by Canadian Pacific Railway. And there's a feeling here locally that Canadian Pacific could be doing a lot more for the restoration and preservation of this mighty